Poland Daily Business Edition, and on our show tonight is Dr. Adam Czyżewski, Chief Economist of PKN Orlen, our biggest fuel company in Poland and one of the biggest in this part of Europe. Sir, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Well, let us start from this interview from the strategic plans of Orlen, because you are not only Polish company, but also you have your station, you have your refineries, you have your people all around the region in Lithuania, Germany, Slovakia, Czech Republic, you name it, we are there.
We don't have plants in Slovakia, but instead we have upstream in Canada. Yeah, plus, you know, those countries you mentioned. So we are international company with, you know, Polish roots, and our strategy of development is to provide. We called it. Our target is to fuel the future, which means that regardless of the fuel of future will be, we are in a good position to provide this fuel. So this is one way of how we see the future and how we would like to develop. But the other, which is worth to mention, is that in the business in general, there is a change of attitude towards business target. It used to be, and still many businessmen, you know, would underline that what is most important is shareholder value, shareholders' value. But we are in the position that we think about the business in terms of shared value. What I mean by that, you know, we have to care about the environment in which we function, because, you know, we depend on our customers. So our customers depend on the supply from us, but we depend on their incomes, on their, you know, willingness to buy our products, and therefore, in many areas we try to support, but support in the market way. So to provide a market for incumbent domestic or local producers to let them develop, because if they grow, they would buy trucks, they would need, you know, more transport, and they will become our customers. And doing that, we also build a value chain in the country. Yes, we are not dependent on import. That's a bit different from the strategies which were performed, let's say, 5-6 years ago, where you know, we look only short term on the best price. When you look at the best price, you probably never let your incumbent businesses develop. You have to look more long term, and look at the market as something you may help to create, and then the market will reward you with, you know, proper demand.
Right, that was last year's change when you decided to put the natural pressed juices to your store. There's hundreds of those all over Poland and beyond, and suddenly you opened up the new market for the local Polish producer, local Polish apple growers and people like that, and they are now in very good position selling to like primarily to your company, and their brand is growing. And that was something like you decided to build up new segment of the market, health conscious, natural products, minimum preservatives, and so on. And can you tell a few words about this logic that's behind it?
No, the logic is that you know, we as I said, you know, we have to care as a big company, you know, one of the biggest in the region and active in the region. We have to care about the environment in which we operate, and that's the strategy of building relation between us and our suppliers. But this is not based only on the way that we would like to subordinate these suppliers, and to make them dependent on us, but by opening up for their products, we let them grow, and when they grow, they become independent, and they will sell us their product, but they will also sell products abroad or in other places. And what is important, that we are talking about apple juice, that we mobilize our in agriculture. This is a very, very strong and knowledge-based part of the agriculture, because we developed. There is no other place in the world when there is so many brands of apples, and we don't make a business out of it. It's the same with potatoes. People all over the world, they treat potatoes, different brands differently. We, for a long time, we put them to the one, box, and, potato was a potato. Now, we can really make a business out of it. And so supporting, this part of agriculture, which is technologically advanced, which is, has higher profits, is good for us, because we have natural products and the Polish products, and is good also for the agriculture, and that way we have stronger customers who buy our fuels, who buy our product, who cooperate with us. We produce fertilizers, so that creates a market for fertilizers. So take care about the environment, and the environment will take care about you. And this is the new approach. This is not our invention, but we simply apply it. It's called shared value instead of shareholder value.
Right. Your stations are turning to be convenience stores with good products in good prices, but also you have the sort of few words to say about the new market of electric vehicles, with putting the chargers or superchargers on the stations. That's actually started.
Yeah, that started, and electricity. I mean, electricity as a fuel for cars. It's a tendency, and it's a global tendency. Of course, it will not happen in any place all over the world in the same intensity. More developed countries will have probably, sooner electric transportation. Urban areas will have sooner than rural, and a lot depends on the state. Let's say intervention or support, because if you look at Norway, so rich Norwegian state, was able.
Their wealth comes from the oil.
From the oil, and they use proceeds of oil to develop. And actually in Norway it's more than 30% electric cars, so it's a mass transportation already. In Poland, we are at the beginning, and it's always the problem of chicken and egg. People don't buy car because there are no chargers. Business says, why we should invest in chargers where there is no car, electric cars. So we decided to invest in chargers, and this is at the beginning. At the beginning, it was like a pilot project, but now we see a business opportunity for it, even with the small amount of chargers, because 150 chargers, in Poland it's not a.
That is like a good beginning for
because
longer and wider strategy.
Yes, but we also have a car sharing business with a traffic car company, and this traffic car company, maybe they will, in the future, maybe other, but just to use a car sharing fleet of electric cars, and as we now fuel these traffic cars with our gasoline, we may fuel these cars with using our chargers on the stations, because ordinary people, when they buy electric cars, they are more likely to charge it at home if they have such a possibility, because if you are lucky to live, you know, outside the city or have a house, you can plug it in. But if you park at the street, then there is
that's maybe a very good solution, especially that you can provide a better quality or stronger current than one have at home. Dr. Adam Czyżewski, sir, thank you very much for visiting our show. And
thank you.
That was it for this part of Poland Daily Business. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.